takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun down. I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out. I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to
can't be fleeting.
And then you're letting him lead you. It doesn't matter how you feel.
Saying he's led by God, but you feel like God is not telling y'all that. Do you still follow him?
You said something interesting, Ish. You just said like men don't think the way that women do. So it almost sounds like you don't fully trust their expertise. So how could you successfully be led by
So the
women?
majority of men don't have kids. Y'all are picking wrong. Y'all are literally picking the minority.
Every man that's on this panel, y'all have more kids than all of us women.
51% of black men are single and childless.
Excuses for the statistics. The statistics don't bode well in your favor. So you say things like, okay, are they shooting blanks? Or they
because men, I don't feel like men are overall passive aggressive. The majority of men. Do you think that silence is that passive aggressive? Because we will do that.
Yeah, because there's niggas that'll use that as a way to trigger a woman. Like, because a lot of time a woman will tell you, like, when you're silent, it makes me feel like I'm ignored. So a nigga will do that intentionally.
Yeah, no, I'm just because I didn't agree with the passive aggressive part until Mary said that. I'm like, okay, I could see men and be like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing else. Will unsubscribing from the Democratic Party help fix Black America?
Let's just unsubscribe. No, you got to know why.
I don't think so.
That's the only thing that get black people together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Wow.
Like that.
What I think will fix is if black people truly understood politics.
Because for a guy, because listen, it's so many different reasons for a man to want to hang out with his friends.
Adrian, I'm not gonna let that slide. I heard you. Why do you think that it's older single women who share that opinion?
Sometimes that's the case. There has to be
balance. Explain what White History Month is.
It's honoring the achievements of the greatest ethnic group in human history.
Wow.
I think all of that shit deserves a put him in the bathroom.
Would you rather have a whore of a daughter or a gay son?
Let's see here.
Bruh.
Because if she's a hoe, that ain't my problem. Hell, she just be a hoe. Shit.
That's a whore. Definitely. Like, without
is
a doubt.
going to college a waste of time?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't think for biology. It's ridiculous.
And can I just piggyback on that?
Read this for me, Q.
Okay, $5 super chat from Omega Green. Depends. Go for STEM, medical or law. However, if you go for BS degrees like communications, is that supposed to be policies or
Poli-sci, political science?
Poli-sci, okay.
Yeah.
Or criminal justice, it's wasted time.
Final thought.
When you take a man's time, it's like taking his money. When you take a man's money, it's like taking his time. Simply put, we want something for it. If you're not interested, don't go out. Sis, hit me up. Let's clear your coochie balance.
Do women, should they still be covered by men? Do women need to understand what it takes for men to feel like they should be covered by men?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, women don't value men anymore, and it's evident.
For women to admit that they're not equal to their men, women have to come to that conclusion that you are not equal to your man. Are you for spanking? Let's go around the room, yes or no. Q, you for spanking?
Absolutely.
Age.
Okay, so big kids don't get spankings?
You gotta fight them niggas.
There's no difference between divorced women and single mothers. The man will, in both circumstances, suffer comparably with no benefit to himself. The benefits don't outweigh the cost.
But it's still better to go with someone who hasn't gone through that. It's still better to not choose them.
Have men been getting over on household duties all this time?
Listen, but I don't touch a trash bag to save my life.
So let me ask you, could you and your wife switch roles and what you do versus what for that person hold y'all back or let y'all go?
Physically, can't nobody hold me back.
Ain't no such thing as a fair fight.
Direction, choose your own path.
Don't just wear anything. Wear garments that mean something. We got hats. We got sweatshirts. We got jackets. We even got hoodies. Let's not forget our classic tees. Direction, choose your own path.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basically, pay attention, stay alert, and remember, choose your own path.
Direction, choose your own path.
You know, this is the home of We Major, Me Frosty, Unfamous, and the restricted clothing brands. Let's get it.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basically, pay attention, stay alert, and remember, choose your own path.
Unlock the future of branding while outpacing your competition. Dive into the digital realm, transforming raw footage into video epics. Our editors redefine storytelling. At Prime Your Logos, where pixels become portals. Prime Your Logos. Unleash the unseen. Your brand amplified. Visit us at Prime Your Logos on Instagram. Or call 704-792-6345. That's 704-792-6345. Prime your brand. Prime your logos, where artistry transcends reality.
Hey.
Like,
Yo,
share, subscribe,
yo.
tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. As always, popping.
What's poppin'? Thank you so much for having me on here. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
It's a pleasure, man. I hit us with a honey bun last week with the dates and all that. So I apologize. I got to do it in public just to make sure they know it was my fault. You feel me? But we here now, though.
We here. I'm sorry about last week, but we here now. And yeah, I'm ready for the questions. I'm ready to get started. You know, I don't hold back. So
yeah, no,
I hope your people who watching are ready for me.
Yeah, we about to get it popping for sure. If they don't know you, they're gonna know you after this. You know what I mean? Let me see who in the chat real quick. Make sure I hit the like button. We got 100 people in the building so far, and we have 60 likes. Let's make the likes match the viewership, please. Hurricane was popping, kid. Mel, you already know. My brother D in the building. Big Bad Bull in the building. Salute. Rock was popping, kid. I ain't see you yesterday, man. You know I'm sensitive. You know what I mean? Check in with me. All Minaj was good. Let me see. Sherelle was popping. So as all my sister came up here, right? And we was talking back and forth, and she gonna call me Hampy in public. So now everybody calling me.
Now everybody call you Happy. I love it. That's too cute. Happy Wampy.
Yo, all right. DC was good. Judah, Shalom, Ak, what's popping? Good to see you as always. Night in the building. What's up, OG? Call me Queen T. I like it. Mr. Williams was shaking. Frank in the building. Salute my G. Let me see. Homeboy, shalom, 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 kid. Let me see. Young Money in the building. What's popping? Let me see. Let me scroll. I got mail already. Nightbot behaving. That's always a good thing. No Country for Old Sims was good. My boy, I see you in a little minute. Hope all is well. Melly Mel in the building. Hold it down in the Discord as always. I appreciate you. Impressed, putting in work, of course. Make sure y'all meet us in Atlanta, April 4th through the 6th. Risky weekend is gonna be amazing, man. That's for sure. Let me see. Samuel, Shalom. Nas in the building. What's good? Dre, what's popping? I got Nas. Yeah, I got Nas already. Let me see. Miss Jilly, make sure y'all say what's up to Miss Jilly in the chat. Salute. Let me see. Okay. All right, we good. Aaron was good. You early. Ninja Cool was popping. Travel One in the building. Quincy, of course. All right, cool. All right, we good. O'Shea was good. Mufasa was popping. I got O'Shea already. All right. We almost there. I gotta say what's up to all my cousins, you know?
Yeah.
Fo, what up? Tiff, what up? Dr. G, what up? Let me see. Tipsy was good. I ain't see you yesterday. Hope all is well, man. Tequila, as always. Welcome. Good evening. TBE was good. Let me see. Kazi was popping. Appreciate you. I'm almost there. Okay, cool. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Elijah was good. Appreciate you. So how you feeling?
I feel good. I'm nervous about some of the questions you're gonna ask me, but I'm ready.
That's that good feeling. That good feeling, you know.
I feel good though. I'm ready.
That's what's up. It's probably like my 15th or 16th interview now. And so, you get the knack of it, but you always going through the day thinking of stuff. You like, man, you look for excuse. Then you get here, you like, damn, man, I couldn't wait,
Yeah, but it seems like you got a lot of love and you naturally have a like voice for radio. Like you definitely got it. Like you got it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, man. It's a lot of the people that I was naming, they hear every day without fail,
That's love. That means everything to me. It's the people who support me and I know who they are. Like those be the ones.
It's real meaningful, man. Real meaningful. I think they say most of this is entertainment, and maybe I agree, right? But it's definitely a community aspect that we try to hone in on as much as possible. So our box, we did a boxing event. People be talking a lot of trash. We said, well, we can box it out. So we had a boxing event, and like 60 people came from everywhere. The brothers who box, like it was just so much love. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish more people, but we doing another event in April, so we could just keep on building that community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that.
Indeed, man. Indeed. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. All right, good, man. Good. So you feeling good? You ate already? You straight?
I ate. I'm good. I feel great. I got some coconut water.
Indeed.
Okay, to be hydrated.
I like it. So let me show you this. I want to get your. So I've shown this to every single interview that I've done so far.
Okay.
Let me get your 2 cents on this picture here. Let me know if you need me to read it.
A man is not supposed to cook, wash dishes, or wash his clothes if he got a woman.
Mm-hmm. What's your take on this?
I think, if he's providing for that woman, then yes.
So
that's simple. That's the simplest answer I can give you. If a man is providing financially for the woman, then no, he does not. He doesn't need to do those things. Okay. But if you think that I'm going to be working a job and you're going to be working a job, and we are both going to be coming home, and you, for some odd reason, are not supposed to cook, clean, or wash dishes, that's how you got me fucked up. Period, point blank. That don't even make no goddamn sense. You want to be a traditional man, but you don't want me to be a traditional woman. That don't make no sense. I mean, you want me to be a traditional woman, but you don't want to be a traditional man. You want me to go to work every day, just like you, and then come home and you get to kick your feet up because your job was harder than mine, nigga? Please. I don't play that shit. If we're going 50-50 and we're both going to work and we're both contributing to the bills, we're both contributing to the dishes, we're both contributing to the fucking cooking, and we're both contributing to the laundry. Period, point blank. And I'm very passionate about that. And if you are providing for me financially, then baby, I'm cooking, cleaning, washing the dishes, sucking your dick, whatever, we good. Because we're having a traditional lifestyle. The traditional is you're going to work and providing, and I'm taking care of the home, which in return is still 50-50 because both people are contributing something. But if we're both going to work, then we're both coming home and we're cleaning and we're cooking.
Okay.
Here, point blank.
Let me ask you. So is there any type of disparity that gets him this? What I mean by this is I heard you say 50-50. So yeah, if you're 50-50, everybody doing everything. What if it's like an 80-20 split? Like he pays 80% of the bills.
I say 50-50, but I don't really mean that because there is no such thing as that. In all relationships, it's going to be one person might be up, the other person might be down. I might be up, you might be struggling right now, so I got you. That's the whole point when it comes to partnership. People trying to have this black and white transactional relationship is where people get shit fucked up at. Because at no point in life I will pay anyone right now if they can tell me that at no point in life they were down bad. Has anyone not been down bad in their life? Okay.
Everybody
so
has.
You cannot expect to get with a man and he's not going to have hardship. Period. So as a woman, you should be able to compensate for those times and vice versa. There's going to be times where as a woman, I might work, I might make money, and I might have this. I might have got pregnant. I'm sick. I can't work right now. So you're going to be carrying X, Y, and Z. Or as a man, you might have a business and shit had a bad investment, something went left. And as a woman, I should be able to pick that up. So people are so addicted to these numbers and how many percentages, who's doing what. At the end of the day, when you have a real relationship, things are going to never be 50-50. Things are always going to be, I might be up and you might be up. I might be down, you might be up. So I can't even get into the numbers of it all because for me, it's not about that. You know what I mean? It's about we're a partnership and we're working together and we're working to build something together. Two is better than one. So if I have someone who's my partner, he should be able to lean on me just like I should be able to lean on him. Okay. We should have each other.
Okay. So I got two questions.
Okay.
For what you just said.
Go ahead.
Now, does a man who pays 100% of the bills, does he get more head than the man who only pays 50%? Damn.
So this is the thing. This is the thing. When you say the man is only paying 50% of the bills, it means like we're splitting everything 50. You want to get back to these percentages. So we're splitting everything.
Well,
technical, so I'm gonna answer your question how technical.
Yeah, well, so everybody's contributing to everything essentially. like let's say because I know you clarified your premise, so I don't want to have to make you stay at the 50-50, but you're saying listen, if everybody working, everybody doing everything, that guy.
If everybody's working and everyone's doing everything, then listen, if I'm not working and I have a man that's just providing 100% of everything for me, of course you're going to get more head because I'm going to be more freed up. I'm not going to be as busy, baby. I'm available. What's up? So it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just sucks that it's like that, but it doesn't mean that the person who I'm going 50 isn't going to get head. But you have to understand, if I'm working all day and then we're splitting the chores and we're going home, I'm tired too, baby. Like, you not giving me head every goddamn day either. Shit. You know? So it's like, it's one of those things where the head is 50-50 as well. We're splitting that. So tonight I might not be able to give it, but the point is like, I don't want to glorify this thing about a man paying 100% of the bill so they get rewarded more. Because again, I believe that 50-50 is such a played out thing because it's not, like I said, we have to stop transactionalizing our relationships. Relationships are more than that. Relationships is like, baby, if I got it, you got it. If you got it, I got it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I talked to one of my homegirls who's been in a relationship for a very long time and is now married. And I had asked her one time, like, when I was younger, she's been with this man since they were kids, they grew together. And I'm like, how does it work? She's like, we don't even think about it. If I got it, like, I'm gonna pay it. If he got it, like, it's not like that because what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. So we're both contributing, and I may be contributing because I had a baby for 9 months and I gave birth and I just brought life into this world. That's a huge contribution. that is equivalent to you going to work every day, because every day I'm waking up nauseous, I'm sick, I'm getting fat, I'm fucking stressed out, I'm building a whole life in my body. So us transactionalizing money and making money the end all be all is just not the thing to me. Like, because it's more things that are priceless that don't even account to money. And I'm passionate, so I'm sorry that I talk like this. I'm not.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's good. So here's what I'm asking, right? Your specific opinion, and then also if you had to speak for the majority of women's mindset, right?
Okay. I've done that a lot, so I could do that. Go ahead.
Indeed. We got a little bit of a reverb, but I think it's fine. Let me see something real quick. 1 second. Let me see. Azar, say the ABCs real quick.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P.
Check. Okay. It might be just me. Okay. So now, because the 50-50 the money, right? And we said it jokingly about the head thing, right?
Yeah.
But essentially what it seems like, or the sentiment for men, is the amount of submission they get is tied to how much bills they pay. Because we jokingly talked about the head, but if we make it more macro, it's like if he don't pay majority of the bills, he don't get the big piece of chicken. He not getting submission. What you think of that?
So majority of women, yes, because a lot of the time societally we are conditioned to equate respect with money. So if you have money, you have respect. A woman who doesn't respect a man will never submit to him, will talk back to him, will talk crazy to him, will talk wild to him, period. And in this society, we are conditioned to believe that the more money a man has, the more respect he deserves, period. So we are going to believe, hey, he's getting money, he's providing for me, he's taking care of things, I'm going to submit to him because that is a man, that is masculine. I have respect for a man who can do those things, period. As a woman, I do understand how it feels to be with a man who does take care of everything, because women often confuse me saying certain shit with me feeling like I just fuck with broke niggas. Like, no, I do want a man to take care, provide, and do the things that a man does. But I also understand that if my man goes down bad, I'm not going to leave him. Okay. If he don't got no money tomorrow because something happened, we going to build back up together. That's what I'm saying, and I want people to understand. But at the end of the day, it's like I understand where it does feel as a woman more like you feel like this man is more masculine, if you will, and you have more respect for him because you see this man being able to be to have money, to make business deals, to have the respect of other men, and to be able to come home and do the things that a man in society is supposed to do. It's just like, for instance, I hate to say this, but we talk about these things, but men will, at the end of the day, let's be real, want to fuck with a woman who physically looks better than the next person. Let's just keep it real. Men with money are not going to go fuck with a woman who society doesn't think is a bad bitch or really pretty or gorgeous. It just is what it is. Like, that's just the truth. So at the end of the day, it's a thing that you have to understand that it's both sides of the coin. Just like those same women want to have and demand, like, a man, I'm going to submit to a man who does this. A man is not going to be paying and bossing up a girl that he doesn't feel like is fit, fun, and feminine. Period, point blank.
Okay, I understand that. Now I have a question based around that, but I don't want to forget my second question from earlier.
Okay.
I might have to, so just when I'm asking the question, I may have to mute you on your side just because I'm getting a feedback, and then we'll just unmute. That's all. Okay. So this question here specifically is, you said partner a couple of times. That's usually like one of those red flag words, because a partner, the sentiment isn't the same as a wife.
I never heard that. So I'm just saying partner because I think of wife and husband as a business partnership. It's more than just a relationship. It's a business partnership. And I feel like when I think of business deals and things like that, I think of a partnership. So for me, I don't see that being a red flag. I mean, I could be wrong and that could be a red flag. And, I just am maybe ignorant to that. because that's not what I mean. Like I do mean wife, and I do mean, I do mean partner. Like I want to have a partner more than I want to have a certificate for the government. Period, point blank. The thing is people get a certificate for the government and they expect their relationship to change. I want the commitment and the partnership to be there without the government's involvement first. And then we can go handle the business outside of it and go sign a contract so the government can be in our motherfucking mix. Okay? But I want the partnership, and I want us to have the unity way before that even happens. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's important. So when I say partner, that is what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of my partner. And when you have a partner in business, when you are out sick, what does your partner do? They step up. They handle the shit for you. That's what I think of when you have a partner.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like I want a partner so we can lean on each other. Period.
Okay. I think that's fair. Now in this partnership, is there a hierarchy? And if so, who's in charge?
Well, this is going to be an opinion that I know most people don't agree with, but I don't believe that men and women are equal.
Okay.
I'm not equal to a man, and a man is not equal to me. So I still feel like it's hard, because I do feel like, in relationships, I'm more, even though I have a strong personality, I get my own money, I have an opinion. I like to be submissive in my relationships because it makes me feel like I'm in my feminine energy. And I love to be in my feminine energy. So that's something that I do. And I am okay with the man taking the lead, being in charge. And I feel like when that dynamic is in play, then it makes it to where that respect factor is there, like if a woman feels like she's always wearing the pants, she always has to take the lead, she always has to make the plans, and she doesn't have a man that's taking charge in that way, she's going to start losing respect for that man and emasculating that man. And over time, she's going to stop being sexually attracted to that man. And she's going to check out of that relationship. So I still believe that there should be that power dynamic in a sense where your man, he takes the lead, he takes the charge. Now, when it comes to submission, there are times where men should submit to women. I think whoever at that time has the idea, has the motion. I feel like, and it's funny because I saw someone talking about this, and I don't know if it was like Erica Badu or like, I forgot who it was because I don't want to misquote it, but they were talking about like when sometimes a woman can be in a place where she is taking the lead, like there's a situation where she has the lead on it. She understands what needs to happen, X, Y, and Z, and a man can like follow her lead at times. But when it comes to the general aspects of a relationship, I do feel like for me, I feel more in my feminine energy. I feel more like soft, and I feel like I have my guard down when I can just not even worry about certain things because I know my man got it. I feel protected. I'm not just talking financial. I'm talking about emotional protection. I'm talking about we're like literally I'm out and about and I don't have to think about every single thing or the next move or the next decision. He could take the lead. So I do believe in that dynamic because I've had the dynamic where it was the opposite. And I've had the dynamic where the man was in like the leader, and the respect levels are wildly different. And when a woman doesn't respect a man, that relationship will not work. It won't. And she won't treat him right.
Okay. So, all right. So because I just want to make sure we get the concise, like in terms of the answer, is there a hierarchy, or do you think that it goes both ways? Because here's what I deduce essentially. The man is the leader, and then he would delegate when she's versed or learned in something, right? So like as an example, my wife has a doctorate in education. So when we start talking about schools and things of that nature, I say, babe, go ahead and handle that. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say that I'm not still the leader. It's just that she's versed there, and so that it makes sense for her to handle that. Is that what you mean? Or
yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I feel like there is a hierarchy. The man is the one that's, the leader. And like you said, there's times where a man can like submit in a sense, meaning like, babe, you got it. do your, you understand it. Like you said, it doesn't mean he's not the leader anymore, but sometimes the leader takes the back. That's the part about being a leader. You know when to be in the front and you know when to be in the back. So that's still a part of his leadership.
Okay.
So
Do you think women of today want to be led?
I think they like the idea of being led, but I also, so this is a triple fold question for me, right? Because
we got time.
I think that women like the idea of being led, but I think that there's a lot of trauma attached to being led, right? And let me tell you why. Because being in your feminine energy, being submissive and allowing yourself to let your guard down, those are all things you need in order to let a man lead you. And a lot of women are scared to do that because they fucked with the wrong man. They chose the wrong man. They did those things with that wrong man, and that wrong man led her to hell or to Figueroa. If you're in LA, it's a fucking hoe stroll. So the thing is when you are letting the wrong man lead you, and then you get out of that relationship, you have this trauma, and you're like, hold on, I'm not letting nobody lead me no more. I'm not dealing with these goofy ass men, even though it's a lot of the time, it's our responsibility to understand that we chose the wrong partner to let us lead. We are responsible for that decision. And we are responsible for healing that piece of us, because it will be unfair if the right man comes along who can lead you, and then you are having this battle with him, and he don't even want to do that with you no more because he'd rather get with the girl who actually wants to be led. So I do think that there's a lot of people who want to be led, but they are afraid. They are afraid to let their guard down. They are afraid to be vulnerable. They are afraid to be open. And it is a lot easier acting like you independent and strong and don't need no man. It is a lot easier. It is very hard to be in your feminine energy and decide. It's hard at first, and then it's natural. It's who you are, but it's hard because you've created a barrier for yourself. So yeah, I think that women do want to be led, but I think that women are afraid, and I think that women need to heal their own trauma because it's their own responsibility to do so, and they need to stop picking the wrong partner and use way more discernment on the men they choose and start actually listening to their intuition, because they know that this is the wrong man from probably the first month of fucking with this man.
Damn.
But so afraid to be alone that you're going to keep fucking with him, and then you're going to blame the world because you decided to choose the wrong man.
Damn. So if you, do you think, well, one, this is a question to see if my the part question I want to ask makes sense. Do you think women control the dating market?
Do I think women control it? Like, elaborate. What do you mean by that?
Well, so like, for instance, one of the sentiments. So what I'm just sharing like different sentiments that based on the conversations. One of the sentiments is women control access to sex. Women even control access to the relationships, is what it sounded like. Like the men will say, as long as you don't mess it up, you'll be able to get access to her body. Just don't mess it up, because she know that she want to sleep with you within the first 2 minutes of meeting you. So do women control the market?
So this is what I'll say. Women control the sex. Men control the relationship. Meaning, women will decide when they'll give you your body. Men will decide when they want to marry you. Period, point blank. Women don't have that decision making. A lot of women want to be in a relationship with a man who don't tell them, I'm not ready for a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. So there's a lot of women, I've seen plenty of them. They hit me up all day, every day. Men, they want to be in relationships with. They control the sex. Now, once you have that man, a man will usually not break up with a woman. He might do a bunch of fucked up shit to make you leave him. He might check out mentally, but a lot of the times a man won't leave. So once you have a man, it is now, as a woman, it's very easy to keep a man. You just got to do the shit that you know a man wants. It's so crazy how easy it is for a man, because men are simple. Like, men want simple stuff. Like, just show up, do the things that you know a man wants, listen to him, allow him to talk, and then boom, you have him. But as far as like the dating world, I think that women control the sexual aspect and the beginning parts of the relationship. So courting and all that beginning stuff up until getting that pussy. And then once they get that pussy, everything changes. Period. Point. You know, it also depends on what type of woman and caliber of woman you are too, you know, and how you carry yourself and how you handle yourself as a woman, because there are ways that you can, you know, master, you know, being in control of it. But a lot of women don't have that. So if I'm talking for the general population, absolutely, the women control the sex, but they don't control what happens much after that.
Okay. Because one of my questions, my follow up was, you know, kind of what you were saying. When they're getting out of these relationships where they're you said choosing or getting with the wrong man, essentially, when they're responding with I don't need a man, I don't want a man, men ain't shit, do you think that they brought that on themselves, or do you think the majority of men that are out here that they want to date are just have you know, poor conduct? Who should they blame essentially? Should they blame the men because we often hear he wasn't shit, or should they blame themselves?
You can't ask me that, because I'm going to always look within. For me, it's always going to be, why am I attracting? Everything that happens in my life is my responsibility. Okay? I have access to decide who has a part to play in my life or who doesn't. So for me, when it comes to me, I am going to always look within. Why am I attracting this person? There's obviously something within me that is attracting this person. For what? What's going on? What needs to happen so I don't continue to attract this type of man? What needs to happen so I can elevate and surround myself with the people who I actually want to be around? We have to assess and take accountability on who the fuck we are as a person. A lot of people want to blame everybody else, but you have to start looking within. I mean, I have a track record of always choosing the wrong man until I decided to take accountability for who the fuck I was and what I was doing. Who I was attracted to was definitely not the type of man that was going to marry me or do any of the things that I wanted a man to do. So at the same time, it's like, you can sit here and say, oh, there's no good man. There's a hell of a lot of good men. Trust me. And there's a hell of a lot of good women. So if you think you're a good woman, please understand you're not the last good person in this world. There's a bunch of people left that are still good human beings, and you have to figure out what is within you that continues to attract this caliber of person, because there is either a trauma that's within you that is attracting that. There's either you're attracting them at the same level of woundedness and you're creating a trauma bond with these people. It's something. You might have attachment issues, so you're just attaching to anyone who gives you a little bit ounce of attention, but there's something going on with you that you need to look at and be really fucking serious with yourself, because getting serious with yourself is very uncomfortable. It's very fucking hard, and it's not cute half the time. But I only come from a place of being someone who has went through this myself. So I say this with love, and I say this as someone who has experienced this, and I have retrained my subconscious mind and my frequency to attract higher caliber people. And baby, I have no issues attracting a good person, period. I don't. I see them all day, every day, so you cannot convince me otherwise.
Word. Okay. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. I think that's an answer that I don't know if we hear it often. I mean, I've heard similar, but oftentimes, you know, it's teased that accountability is like a 4-letter word to women. But what you just articulated was accountability at its finest, I would say, right? So let me ask you a question, just because we alluded to it a little bit regarding the sex. Should there be a double standard regarding sex? Should the double standard regarding sex exist between men and women? Is sex the same for men and women? If not, should we see it differently? Is seeing it differently justified?
Sorry, I was muted. Good question. Okay, so you see how I have this can?
Sure.
Okay, so if I pass you this can and you had it in your hand, right? No, I didn't drink out of it. I passed this can. I handed it to you. You would drink it, right? Like nothing. I didn't drink out of it. It was fresh. You wanted some, right?
Sure.
Now, what if I stuck my finger and swirled it around and then handed it to you? Would you drink it?
No.
Right. So a man going inside of a woman is much different than a woman fucking a man. Does that make sense? A man being inside of my womb has way more impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
So men just sticking their hole in something, sticking their dick in something versus a woman having someone inside of them is very different. A man being inside of me is very different than a man. No one is inside of that man unless he's into some other freaky shit. What I'm saying is sex is a double standard, and it should be a double standard, because as a woman, your womb is sacred. So why are you allowing so many different energies enter your body? Every time a man enters your body, you take a piece of his energy in you. And if you're not a spiritual person and you don't believe that, then that's cool, but it makes total sense. This person is inside your body. That's the closest, most intimate a person can be outside of you carrying a child into your body. And that is the way that you get a child inside of your body. So if you're going to sit here and tell me that a man just sticking his dick in a hole is the same exact thing as a woman having somebody energy inside their body, which is the most intimate someone can be with you, then I don't know what to tell you, because the truth is there's a huge difference, period, point blank. And at the end of the day, it is so important as a woman to be sacred with your womb and with your body, because the more bodies we collect over time, the more energy, the more spirit, the more torn, the more things you're carrying that's not even yours to carry. And it's just like, that's why you see a lot of these women who just had all these sexual partners, they're not all the way right in the head. Like, they got something going on right there, because they done carried all these other niggas, all these other men's trauma onto them, because they just fucking, like, that shit is not a joke. You got to really take your body so seriously as a woman. And I don't say this in a condemning way or a way of slut shaming or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I say this in a way, in a very spiritual manner. Like, it's super important to protect your womb, to protect your temple, and to be very sacred with who you decide to let into your energy, into your space. And having sex with random men or just letting any man fuck you is ridiculous, and it is a double standard in my opinion. I think that body count does matter, because I don't want to have all them bodies on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't feel good for me as a woman, because I don't want to carry all of this man's trauma. And half the time women are just fucking whoever. You're not even very selective, like, be selective. Allow someone to have to gain access to that part of you. Sex is not casual. Nothing about sex for a woman is casual. It is the means to having and creating a child. Period, blank. It's not a casual experience. And I tell people all the time, I don't have casual sex, baby. Nothing about me is casual.
Okay. So, damn. Okay. So what do you do when women should be sexually, the sexual liberation movement, things of that nature? You saying that, what if she used contraceptives? Would that be okay? What if she's on birth control? Is there any way to justify having sex with a man with no intentions for him?
For me, listen, I'm not God, and I'm not here to tell you what you can or cannot do. Listen, I love anyone. I'm like a church. Come as a whore, come as a pimp. I don't give a fuck. I'll still love you either way. But the point is I just try to educate women. It doesn't matter about contraceptive. It doesn't matter about birth control. First of all, we won't even get in birth control and how horrible it is for your body as a woman. I've never been on birth control. But the point is even with contraceptive, it doesn't change that someone's energy is inside your whole entire body. You just wrapped it in some latex. It's still a person inside of you. Like, it doesn't matter. This movement that everyone wants to be sexually empowered, do you, boo? But at the same time, I really, it's not even about the STDs. Yes, that shit is crazy, and I'm very paranoid about that type of stuff, and you should take that seriously. But even not just that aspect of it, it's a spiritual thing, and it's about carrying all these bodies in you, on you. Like, and there's a statistic that shows the more sex you have with, the more partners you have as a woman, the less likely you'll be satisfied with one partner for the rest of your life. So that's a statistic. Look it up, because it's real. And it's like, you won't be satisfied the more you continue to have sex with these different men. It's like, what are you searching for?
Damn. Okay. What do you say about men having sex with, a bunch of women? Does that mean anything? Does it have any effect on us? We understand it's a double standard where it's not the same. What would you say regarding men, though?
I almost think that it is important for a man to explore sexually, and I don't mean like weird shit. I just mean like having sex with different women at a young age, because I've noticed a lot of men who don't do that, they'll find themselves trapped in relationships feeling like they wish they would have done that. Because men are sexual by nature. They're like animals. They're very animalistic. You guys are hunters. You look at things differently, right? So sex for a man can be emotionless. You can just fuck and you can move on. Now, I'm not saying that men should just be exempt from like, not like, you know, like, of course, like I feel the same. Like you should not just want to fill this void by fucking all these women, because a lot of men try to do that too. But I also know a lot of men who've been in long-term relationships, who got in relationships when they were young and are like, damn, I never got the experience to fuck this type of broad, do this, do that. And it's like, that gets them like stressed out. You know what I'm saying? In a relationship, now they cheating, or now they have this desire that they can't hold or upkeep. So I almost feel like it's important, because if I'm with a man and he still has the desire because he never saw a bad bitch with a fake titty and a fake ass and he want to try to fuck that, and now we've been together for years and he finally has the opportunity to do it, what you think you're gonna do? You know what I'm saying? As a man who has sexual desires, like I want my nigga to have tried all that shit. Go try everything and holler back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I want you to be able to be around all that and be like, man, I'm cool. You know, like I done had that. It ain't nothing. Like, because men have these very strong desires sexually that women can't understand. Like, yes, women are sexual and we do have our desires as well. But I feel like with men, it's like, again, you guys are hunters. You guys, like, it's in your genetics to be that way. You know, and as a woman, we can't understand that fully. So I think that as a man, yeah, do your shit and then come holler at me. Like, I don't want you wanting to fuck every bitch, like, because you never got to try that. Like, I want you unfazed, pretty much. Like, I want you this Beyonce and you're like, man, I done fucked her Solange. Like, you know, I'm just kidding. But, you know, I don't want that, like, man to still be fiending when he's with me.
So one, there was this kind of two-part, right? Just in terms of the ideology. You heard this mantra before, I'm sure. You can't miss it if you never had it. And then if you had so much of it, now you're just making comparisons the entire time. And then I would argue majority of people don't get with the person that they had the best sex ever with, right? They probably get the person that they probably like the most, but I don't know if sex always aligns with that. And so now this man slept with hundreds of women. So now he knows what that's like. He becomes a level of insatiable, you know, and now he's comparing you, who he loves, to the women he's been sleeping with. And now what happens in his head? What you think about that ideology?
You know what? I mean, you got me there. I think that that's actually true as well. I think that at the end of the day, it's one of them situations where you just got to be with your person and just know that y'all gonna rock out. Because at the end of the day, both things can be true. You know what I mean? Like, you can also have been with X amount of women and you're fantasizing about the sex you had. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that don't have to be 100 women. You can have sex with one woman and be like, God damn, the way that bitch threw it back and sucked my dick. And you could be thinking about that shit forever. That could be same with a woman. I could have had sex with one man and it was the best dick I ever had. And I could find the love of my life and I could be daydreaming about that dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just keeping it real. That's just also reality of being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been lots of people who are in happy, healthy relationships that turn around and sometimes they might think about another motherfucker when they having sex, or they might masturbate and think about their ex. And that's a hard and harsh reality because nobody wants to know that that's the truth. But that can happen in any relationship, whether they had sex with 100 people or 5 or 2 or 1.
It's there. Okay. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So let me ask you this, right? So not a full pivot, right? But we'll stay adjacent to the sex thing. Women act like modern day prostitutes.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of women have their hand out immediately. Like, what happened to trying to keep it cute and classy, baby? Like, don't start out with your hand out begging, Cash App in bio. You can't talk to me unless you give me $20 for my number. Like, all that shit is not cute. Like, let's go back to being classy. You get more like that anyways. That's what you don't get. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to act like you begging up front. You know, a man will probably give you much more because he feels like you don't need it. So at the end of the day, you begging and having all this just makes you look like a bum, straight up. So all I'm saying for women, and I mean this with love again, everything I say is with love, is not coming from a judgmental place. It's coming from like, let me knock some fucking sense into y'all. That shit is not cute. Leave that shit in 2024. We don't need to be begging these niggas for a motherfucking thing. Come correct. Come like you really want to fuck with someone. Come genuine. And then you might meet a partner that actually wants to provide and do shit for you for real. Not send you $30 so he can come see you and fuck you. Like, stop playing, because a man like that is not going to have real longevity with you anyways. So why don't you really, and then you complain because you can't find no good man. Bitch, what kind of good man do you want? I'm confused because you just had your hand out begging for fucking $50. I'm so sick of these hoes.
So now the good man question is what I definitely want to ask you about the good man, but I have a question just for clarification. Is sex between men and women fair and equal exchange? I
don't know what that means. Can you like clarify this a little bit for me?
A man and a woman have sex. That's an equal exchange. Because what we see is you usually have to take her out, you know, show her a good time, and then you get access. You know, so men usually pay, maybe not pay directly like cash, but oftentimes a good time isn't free, and then he can get access. So I ask, is it an equal exchange? If so, we wouldn't have to do that if it was. What you think?
No, it's not. Well, first of all, a large percentage of women don't even come off of sex. So, number one, the satisfaction level that a man is getting is different from a woman. Number two, most of the time, a man is chasing after that, like, vagina. I'm not chasing after that dick. I'm gonna keep it real, because guess why? It's not an equal exchange. I can literally walk outside and say, "Can you fuck me?" And a man will be like, "Sure." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that big of a deal. A man can walk outside and do that, and no, you're not gonna get that. So I mean, you might be scared to fuck that pussy that says, "Yeah, come on." So the truth is at the end of the day, the man wants the sex real bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're doing this for. You're talking, you're chopping, you're saying the shit the bitch likes. You taking her out because you know you want to get into them draws. That's just the truth. And half the time when women are having sex, especially the first time before a man even knows your body and all that, you ain't coming like that. Like, there's a lot of women who do not come and orgasm from the first sex or sex at all. So the sex is different for men and women, definitely. I'm not saying that sex is not enjoyable, because it definitely is, and it can be. But for women, a lot of the time, sex is a mental thing. So the more I love you, the more I fuck with you, the more I'm into you, then the sex starts hitting. Then the sex starts being like, "Ooh, I want this man to be inside of me. Like, I love this man. I can't," that's when the sex starts feeling like something. But that first little fuck, baby, that was for you.
So I guess so let me ask, reconcile like that, because what you're saying, I think, is spot on. I think it's like 20% of women come from internal vaginal, right? And so then the ladies that are saying, "Yo, you want access? Cash at me, beloved." Are they doing anything that's different? You know what I'm saying? Like, just based on the market.
I can't tell you what they doing. I might have to pay a bitch to Cash App and see what she talking about, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But let's see if one's available. I'll let you know what it was hitting for. But no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. So I can't say that. But it's like, again, it might make it easier for some men, because it might be like, "Look, I want to fuck this bitch. She talking about $20. I'm just saying an outrageous number. But she just needs me to do X, Y, and Z. I want to be straightforward and to it, so let me do it and be right to it." You know what I'm saying? But for me, men, like I say, they're hunters at nature. So if you want a real chance with a man, you got to make him hunt you a little bit. You got to make him have that little chase. Listen, I don't want it. What did Tupac say? Like, I can't think of it right now, but listen, if it's that easy, I don't want it. Like, that's just like too easy. Then I'm nervous. Like, what kind of pussy you got? Is that easy to get? So at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know what their vagina is hitting for. I cannot tell you. But I will say, if you try it out, or someone who tries, I know you're married, but if someone else tries it out, let me know. But at the same time, it's like, I'm just only saying what I said because a lot of those same women are complaining about the market of men out here. And I'm like, you're complaining, but you're begging for these niggas to give you a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it takes to get, that's the entry level access to let a man enter your spirit and your soul. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot more than money to enter this body. Period. The fuck, point blank. So, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Now, you said the word good specifically. We had a whole bunch of conversations up here. And I'm like, what's a good man, right? And when we started about talking about a good man, if he wasn't making upwards of or almost at 6 figures, he wasn't good. So I'm like, hey, good man, what's good? How much money is he making? That was like one of the first questions that was asked regarding a good man. So I asked, I want to get your opinion. Is being a good man enough for today's women? Let me unmute you.
Oh, probably not. I'm gonna keep it real. For today's women and how things are moving, no. For me, it's different, but this is the thing, right? I say this all the time. People want this good man and they have a list, and then they look at that list and they can't embody none of that shit. Listen, you want a man that makes 6 figures, baby, you make $30,000 a year. Like, stop. When I say that, I could say that because I don't want no man that makes less money than me. That's just, it's not going to be a good balance. And a man don't want that either. The man feels so bad in his energy when his girl makes more money than him. So I'm going to at least say, match me and then we can grow and build together. But a lot of people don't even want a nigga to match them because if they matching you, baby, then you with a nigga who makes $20,000 a year, ain't fit. You know what I'm saying? Don't have they shit together. Is toxic, complains, be selling pussy on the internet. So stop fucking playing. That's all I'm saying. Stop trying to expect things that you cannot offer in return. That's it.
God. she's selling pussy on the internet is crazy. So you saying that the women essentially, and I just like you know what I mean? I want to frame it. She should be able to offer at least a decent percentage of what she's asking for. And the majority are not, would you say? If it was majority minority, what would you say? The majority aren't matching up to what they're asking for?
I would say no, because I see a lot of women like, baby, I need a man to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm confused. So for me, it's like, I just think that you attract at the same level of where you're at and where your frequency lies. So at the same time, it's like, it may not even be our finances are matching, but we are equally yoked because mentally I'm there. Or because, physically I'm in the gym, I'm healthy, I'm working on myself, I'm doing the things that are striving to be where you're at. So I may meet a man that has more money than me, but guess what? Mentally, I'm on my way there. And that's why I'm attracting you, because I know that I am working towards that as well on so many different aspects, in my life. And I feel like a lot of people don't want to do the inner work. They just want to have this person that's going to fucking come out the sky, be this balling ass, fly, fine, old masculine, doesn't ever have a problem ass nigga, and come swoop them the fuck up while they're sitting at home eating fucking donuts, bitch. No. Like, I'm not going to do that. Or even if not, you're pretty. You didn't have 30 million surgeries. You're on the internet and everyone has access to you, boo. I could pay $9.99 a month and see your fucking vagina. Stop playing. And you want someone to take you fucking serious. No. Like, if I could pay to see your pussy for $10, like, reevaluate what you're asking for.
Damn. That take, is oftentimes it's like, hey, the men have to do X, Y, and Z, right? And the women bring their part. but it's interesting, right? Generally speaking, do unto others as you have them do unto you, right? So essentially, you think that you want to be equally yoked in a lot more things, including maybe income, maybe likes, you know what I mean? Things that you're interested in, conduct, especially. What do you think about conduct as since we're there? The things that I did a one-on-one with my wife, and she's like, women want it all. They want you to work and bring in all the money, and they want quality time and everything else. They want it all at once. What you think about that? Is that unfair? Is that childish, or is that justifiable?
It depends on which woman you are, because there's women that want it all because they give it all and they deserve to have it all. There's women that want it all and they don't do a motherfucking thing. So in my opinion, it depends on what kind of woman you are, honestly, and what you're bringing to the table and what you have to offer. Because I'm someone who knows that I have a lot to offer and a lot to give. I know what I can bring. I know that when you pour into me, I have the capacity to hold what you're pouring. See, this is the problem. Let me show you. There's a lot of people who have this much water to pour into someone else, right? But this is who the fuck they're pouring into, a bottle cap. So the person don't even have the capacity to hold everything that they're pouring. And when it's time to pour back into you, they got a little droplet. And that's the motherfucking problem. You need to understand who the fuck you're pouring into and who's pouring into you. Because a lot of people are pouring into bottle caps. And when it's time, and they're depleted and they're done. And when it's time to get poured back into, they don't got shit. So at the end of the day, you need to decide whether it was a man or whether it was a woman who is pouring into who, and does this person even have the capacity to hold that and know what to do with it and to flip it, to multiply it, and to bring it back to me?
Now let me ask you, the majority of the minority of women are offering everything they're asking for. Just because I know you said it depends on what type of women it is. So where do you think majority of women lie? The ones that are the bottle cap, or the ones that can afford to be poured into because they were also pouring?
I'm going to be honest with you. I do think that there's a very large pool of good women. And I would never say that there's not. Because like I said, I'm a good woman and I am around a lot of good women as well. So there is that. But I think what is magnified on the internet, and I think that what a lot of these men are experiencing, because they do go off of the visuals and what they're seeing on the internet and their sexual desires and their lust, they are experiencing them bottle cap bitches. Period, point blank. Because that's what's being marketed and sold to them every day online, packaged in a bikini.
Okay. But you think the majority of women are
I wouldn't say the majority, but I would say a good amount. I don't know if it's majority, because I'm not going to say that there's a big majority of every woman is amazing. No. I think that the majority of women might be on some bullshit. And I think that there's a good chunk of women who are some really good women.
Okay. So you're saying like a large minority, like a 40%?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Where are they?
You got to find them. I see them every day. Yeah. I don't see people who I do. I see them every day. I don't see women. I don't even see people that, at this point, the way that my frequency is set up, I don't even interact with people who are not on that type of time. Seriously, like I feel like I have retrained my subconscious mind and I have allowed myself to raise and higher my frequency on a level where I am on a different plane. And I know this is next level for a lot of people, but I see only the things that I want to attract and see. And where I'm at and where my frequency is at, I don't really fuck around with people who aren't good people. I don't really run into them motherfuckers no more. I used to all the goddamn time. I see them on the internet and stuff, but in real life, I know a whole bunch of good people. A good woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not no ugly, weird ass looking bitch. I'm talking about beautiful women, nice bodies, ready to really like do the things, like great mind, really like on point. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know a bunch of women. I'm sure there's a bunch of women in this fucking live right now that are good women. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, unfortunately for us, what's being packaged and sold online all day is whores. Okay. So if that's in front of your face and you see it and it's looking good, you're going to give it a spin. And a lot of the good women get put on the back burner. Because there's beautiful good women that have just as banging bodies as the next bitch, but I'm not going to be online ass naked showing it to you.
Okay. So let me ask you, how do we identify a good woman? Because that seems to be the crux of the matter for all intents and purposes. So I know it's hard, right, to kind of give us the archetype, but we need to understand like what to look for, right? Because I catch your drift. If you know, is I what I like in what you said too is when you buy a car, you see that car everywhere all of a sudden, you know. So I understand like your mindset, and then now you got to put yourself in different places. But how do we identify a good woman? Like if you just had to break it, just like her head, her heart, her wisdom, her job, like what does this look like?
So I really think it's simple, honestly. And I think that people want to overcomplicate it because it's not that hard. You know a good person when you see a good person. You can feel it energetically. You know when someone's genuine and you know when they're not. It's all based in their actions, their motives, and how they're moving, how they're talking. You can see when a woman is actually someone who, you know, is cares about herself. So number one, it starts with how much does this person care about themselves? How much do they have to lose? How much do they value the people that's around them in their lives? How many friends do they have that they had for over 10 years, you know, that's been in their corner? How many people do they surround themselves with? When I talk to them, are they gossiping? Are they talking about other women? Are they always negative? Are they hating? Or when I talk to this person, are they speaking life into me, speaking life into themselves, uplifting the people around them? Are they doing good for others around them? Are they giving? Are they loving? Are they nurturing? These are all things that good women embody. And you know those qualities very quickly when you're dealing with someone because you can't fake a lot of that shit. You can't fake be a nurturer. You can't fake having homegirls in your life for 10. I had same homegirls from when I was in 7th fucking grade. You can't fake some of that shit because a lot of that shit is things that you can really peep in someone's life. Like you got to know, like another good thing is like for a man, right? This is a good telltale for me. If I get with a man and he's bashing his ex or talking bad about his baby mama, that's an immediate red flag for me. A lot of women might like that because they feel like, oh yeah, he doesn't like her, fuck her. No, baby, I don't want no gossiping ass nigga. What happened with you and her, keep it with you and her, that's sacred. But when you see somebody who comes to you and they gossiping and they talking shit, it's just not your turn yet. It will happen to you because that's their character.
Okay.
So people confuse character and they use it on a like, oh, he's only doing this because of this. No, character is character. And so when you come and tell me that that man was talking crazy to you or that woman was talking crazy to you, I'm just going to tell you, oh, well, it seems like it's on brand for who they really are. That's all I'm going to tell you. It seems like they're on brand.
What about their presentation? Let's say verbiage, let's say wardrobe. Does that speak about the person, the good woman? Because we need to find her.
I do think that how a woman carries herself and how she like what she wears and how she carries herself. I mean, I do think that's important. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all, you know, like if a woman is put together, you know, fresh, crisp, you can tell that she takes care of her body, she takes care of her skin. You know, for me, I'm looking at those things like, is your skin clear? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's not like 100% clear, but you know, like you could tell you're taking care of your face, your nails don't have no dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like you're clean, your hygiene is up to par, your teeth look good. You know what I'm saying? This is someone who cares about themselves. I can't be around people who don't give a fuck about themselves. Because if you don't care about yourself, you for damn sure ain't gonna care about me. Because you can't even figure out how to care about yourself. So yes, I think it's very important. Like for me, I take pride in smelling good, teeth cleaning, skin fresh, nails fresh. Even if I don't have a million designer things on, that don't matter. You look crisp, you look clean, you look put together. Even with the purse, I always look at a woman's purse like, is it just junky up in there? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you crisp? You have some lotion, some gum. Like, those are little random things, but they're important as a woman. in order to carry yourself. And even when I mentor young women, I teach them about stuff like that. Like, always keep this on you, always have wipes, like always have this. It's important as a woman. And for me, actually, a man taught me that when I was very young. One of my first boyfriends, he was like, you should always have gum on you. You should always have this. You should, get your teeth cleaned. You should do this. Like, I had to learn that from a man, but the truth is that's important.
Okay. 100%. Now, what would you say about like verbiage? Could we disqualify her for like certain verbiage or word usage and things of that nature?
I can't say that because I cuss and I say anything. So for me, I'm gonna let you know right now. I would be disqualified a long time ago, and baby, I'm a good ass woman. So if you want to disqualify me for the things I say because I'm passionate, then it's up to you. It's what you can deal with and what you prefer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cuss. I don't love that about me, but I do because it's in my passion. It's fun. It's exciting. I'm a businesswoman all day. So I work all day. I can't cuss, and I have to be very professional, and I work with very top elite people. And then when I come home, I want to be like, fuck these niggas for real. You know what I'm saying? But that's just because I'm passionate and I like to speak in that manner. Some men don't fuck with that. I personally have never been with someone who doesn't fuck with that. So I find my match, when it comes to that type of stuff. But at the same time, some people just don't fuck with that, and that's okay.
Okay. What about, because I know you said like men generally are pretty simple, feminine, fit. What if she's, let's say, overweight, right? I'm not a proponent of like white women or nothing like that, right? So generally speaking, when you look at the statistics, and then we gotta, people say they may be skewed, but it says 70% of our women are at the obese mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
A woman that's heavy set, do you think she still qualifies though?
I think she qualifies for a man who likes a heavy-set woman.
Okay.
There's men who prefer heavy-set women. There's men who like a thicker broad. There's preferences here. You know what I'm saying? Like, some women like heavy-set men. Some women like skinny men. Like, it just depends on what your preferences are. Period. Like, everyone has a visual preference. Yeah, like, unfortunately, there's a lot of men who maybe like have money or have this. Like, they probably, as we can see in society, if you look at like these NBA players, or you look at these rappers, or you look at all these people that the women aspire to want, they typically don't date like obese women. You know what I mean? You don't typically see that in the media, but not everything is just about what you see in the media. There is some men who prefer a thicker woman or a heavy-set woman. But as a heavy-set woman or a thicker woman, you cannot try to say, I want a man who's all in the gym with abs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that can't be your preference because that's not you.
Okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah. Do you think it's a minority of men that tend to lean towards heavyset women?
I've noticed that there's men that like heavyset women, but they feel like it's more of a taboo, so they fuck with them on the low. I think there's a lot of men who actually like heavyset women, but I think that they just hide it.
You think it's a minority or majority of men though?
I don't know. I can't answer that question because I don't know. I really don't know that answer.
You think it could be a majority of men who like heavyset women?
I don't, but I think that people have sexual fetishes. So I can't say that they may not like that.
For relationships.
Oh, for relationships, no. I definitely think for a relationship and for a public relationship, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's just the truth. As far as like what someone's inner sexual fetishes are, I don't know. But as far as a relationship goes, I think the majority of men do not want a heavyset girlfriend.
Okay. Now, one more quick. I'm trying to understand the archetype of a good woman, right? What about her family dynamic? Let's say if she does or does not have a father, she did or did not grow up with her father. Does that make a difference?
It's so funny. I had this conversation last night.
Okay.
Sorry, let me fix my phone. I had this conversation last night. Okay. I come from a 2-parent household. My parents are still married till this day. Okay. And, I had a father, very present, a provider. My dad is a rich man too, so I've seen all of that. And what's funny is I just had this conversation because a man said he should be counting women out if they don't come from a 2-parent household or don't have a father figure. And I said, that is wrong, period, point blank, because the trauma is not your fault, but the healing is your responsibility. And a lot of women have taken the responsibility to heal that daddy issue that they had. There's a lot of women that I know, one of my best friends actually, who did not have a father figure prevalent in their lives and is a married, amazing wife, and probably one of the best women that I've ever seen. So at the same time, it's like, for you to count out, first of all, statistically, the majority, if we're talking about black people in general lack a father figure. That goes for men and women, period. So a woman could go look at a man and say, oh, you didn't have a father figure. They're going to count out more than half of men, vice versa. Period, point blank. So at the end of the day, I do not think that that's fair. And I think that you're doing yourself a disservice if you are counting out women without fathers. And like I said, I am not a woman without a father. My parents are still married right now, 50 something years. So I'm saying this because I do know that you need to start looking at the people's qualities and characteristics more than you're assessing every little thing about this motherfucker that happened to them. Because people have been through things. People have grown up with a father and a mother and are more fucked up than people without one. Because their father could have been X, Y, and Z, treating the mom bad, beating the ass, the mom staying with the man, and now she's used to being in relationships with men who do the same, and is going to stick around for it. So you don't know what the hell might happen. You know what I'm saying? So just because you have that, you should not make someone qualified or disqualified. That's my personal opinion.
Okay. Let me ask you. Okay, would you? But I get you acknowledge the. Damn, I muted my damn self. You acknowledge though that there is trauma with this. Are you like a single parent led household? Do you think that there credence to be more trauma, more trials and tribulations? You know, there's different stats attributed to single parent households. You know, crime, IEP, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So there's associations that come from that household. Does that make a difference? Like, what would you recommend to like your child as an example? Let's say he has two women. One has a mother and a father. One has a mother. They have everything else, all other things equal. What would your recommendation be? Because your point is well taken. I'm just trying to understand it because I want to we're trying to find this good woman that's out there.
I would recommend to my son, which woman do you feel is more genuine? Which woman do you feel like you can build a life with? Which woman do you feel like you can come to when you're in distress? And that would be open and listen to you with open arms and not judge you and not throw it back in your face later. That's what I would tell my son. Because at the end of the day, yes, there's stats that show single parent households have X, Y, and Z. But there's also stats that show people with two parents have a lot of trauma too. Like, don't ever get it twisted. It's on both ends. And I think that people have trauma, period. If you show me one motherfucker that got raised in a perfect household and nothing ever happened to them, I would love to see it. Because there's some shit. There's people with two parents and one of them was molesting them their whole fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things that could have happened. So no, I cannot advise someone to say, just go with her because she doesn't have a father. I mean, that's because she has a father.
Let me see. She must have got a phone call. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button. Good.
Sorry, I was getting a call, y'all. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot advise that. So for me, I'm not going to be able to say that to my son. I'm going to have to tell him, look, you need to go with what you feel is the person that you know is more open. And just like all the things that I said to look for in a woman, nurturing, loving, not judgmental, not going to throw you to the fucking side because you have an issue, not going to leave you because it's you when you're down bad. Like, which woman is that? Because there might be a woman who didn't have a father and so badly wants to create that for their child that they're willing to become the woman that they need to be in order to embody that. There's a lot of women that seen things, like there's two type of people. You see something fucked up and you become it, or you see something fucked up and you become exactly the opposite of it. Two type of people. So you can get with someone who is so dedicated to not being that motherfucker.
Okay.
And you just fumbled it because you wanted to judge a motherfucker if they had a mom or dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying, like, that's not right. I don't think that's right. I can't live like that.
Yeah, and the question how I posed it, just because I want to understand, is all things being equal, with the exception of that. But I think the answer is probably still going to be the answer, right?
Yeah, the answer is going to be the answer, because I really stand beside that. I can't change or sway or advise anybody other than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it is what it is. Like,
Okay. How about
okay, go ahead.
well, one more facet, right? Because these are things. So these are things that we talk about constantly, right? I'm just framing them in a particular way because we're looking for this good woman. What about if she has a kid? What you think about that? Would that change the dynamics for that man? Should she be more or less considered? How much sway do you think that has?
If a woman has a kid, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it is harder. Period. Because that man not only has to consider you, but he has to consider your child. And then he has to consider whatever baby daddy you have as well. Those are all factors into the relationship. And it does cause more of a second thought for a man. I'm going to keep it real. Seriously. I've been afraid to have a baby because I'm not going to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I have a man, it needs to be my husband. We need to be this. We need to be that. We need to have a child, because I understand that it is harder. And I'm not saying it's impossible. And I feel like there's a lot of women who are incredible single mothers. But yes, it's much harder, especially because the woman usually bears the bigger responsibility for the child. So at the end of the day, when that man comes into your life, now he's going to have to feel like he's playing daddy. He got another situation. You going to have the kid. He going to have to include the child. It has to not just be you. Shit, I'd be stressed out when a motherfucker have a dog and I got to date them. Like, bitch, you got to go back and go get the dog, feed that motherfucker. Like, fuck no. You can't just spend the night. You got to go feed the dog and walk it and make it go shit. No. So I can't even imagine the fucking idea of being with someone with a kid. And again, a woman dating a man with a child is much different, because men do not bear the main responsibility. I have dated a man with a child. He had that daughter on the weekends, and even me, sometimes I'll be annoyed. Like, oh God, I don't want to see this little girl right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't as big as a mother's responsibility. And so at the end of the day, yes, it is a big thing when you have a child, but it doesn't mean that they're exempt from being dated. But let's keep it real. If a man had a woman who was great with no child, a woman who was great with child, which one is he going to pick? The no child. Period. I'm going to pick the no child. If it's a man with a child and a man with, I'm going to go with the man with the no child. And for anyone to say that is just feeling like, if you are a mother or you are a father, and I know that's a very harsh reality to hear, it doesn't make you exempt, but that is really the truth. Love you to death, but I'm going to go with someone without a child. But if I really fuck with you and I love you and I rock with you, I'm going to make it happen. Period. I've been with a man, I fuck with him so heavy, I would have adopted the child tomorrow. So it doesn't matter. When you love someone, you rock with them. If they're embodying all these qualities and they make your life better and they're adding value and they're adding peace and they're contributing, then yes. But as a woman with a child, you might have to add a little more value than a woman without one. But you still, I have one of my best friends has a child and just got engaged to a man. And is about to get married, like, period. And she's a beautiful, good woman and all that. So at the end of the day, it's possible. It can happen. Yeah, it's a little more difficult. And I feel for single mothers. That shit is no joke. So, yeah.
Okay, I got two more for you. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Based on what we see, marriage rates and things of that nature for Black people specifically, things are kind of down in the dumps. We've been going back and forth for a minute. I think that men and women are complicit in the reason why our relationships are failing. What do you think would be more? What would you think would be more helpful if, like, which gender got their shit together first? Do you think if men got their shit together first, it would make the relationship process much more efficient? Or you think it's women who got the most shit to work on and probably need to get it together first to make us most successful?
I'm going to say women. And the reason I'm going to say women is women control the sex. So if women started having a little more class about themselves and having more boundaries and having limits to who can enter them, and really looking for a genuine partnership and love and approaching the situation differently, then all it does is make a man move different. You could do that today. I give women advice all the time, and they're like, wow, this man is moving like a whole different man. I said, yeah, because you relinquished all your boundaries. You let the nigga walk all over you. You acted a fool, and now look at this man. You know what I'm saying? But if women started moving differently, because women control the beginning of the relationship with a man. Man can't even get access to you unless a woman allows it. So if women start changing that and start moving differently and start having a little more class and just moving in a different way, then yeah, I feel like we could change that shit. We could change that. Listen, I have men, they know how to approach me, baby. Like it ain't none of that over here. So I don't even be dealing with men like that. Men like that don't even come my way because they know I'm not about to play with them.
Damn.
So that's just the truth.
Okay. Yeah, because one of my men's you heard the term dick discipline before? Well, he coined the term pussy preservation. He said if pussy preservation was on high, meaning preserved the most, that would have the better outcomes. You agree with that, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I do. I agree. And I feel like, I agree. I feel like this is a very enlightening and dope conversation. I hope that everyone really tapped in and tuned in, and I hope that people enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna have to wrap up in a minute, but should we let anyone ask? Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna because I'd be having the chat closed so I can focus it. So I'm gonna ask you one question. You can answer it. This one is a quick one. I'll read the super chats, and then I'll drop the link. You got like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I got 10 minutes.
All right, perfect. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. I'm gonna pull the chat back up. What talking point should have died and stayed in 2024? What talking point?
50-50.
50-50?
Yes. I'm sick of it.
Yeah. Word.
Wow.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Salute to the 300 people in the building. Let me read these super chats. Azar, I'm just gonna mute you, and I'll unmute you if you need to respond to one of these. Aaron with the $5 says, "Why y'all care if she black or not? Half y'all don't listen to black people who telling you positive things anyways." You want to respond to this?
Yeah, I'm black. Thank you very much. So move on from that. I'm a whole black woman. My dad is a whole chocolate black man. So anyways, people always often wonder my race. I'm black. I wouldn't be saying nigga if I wasn't black. I wouldn't be confident saying that. I'm a black woman and I care about the black race culturally. And that's something that I talk about a lot. So follow me if you fuck with me. Moving on. Next question.
Yep. And her link will be in the description as well. So y'all can go subscribe to her Instagram and all that good stuff. Caesar's Palace with the $5 says, Azar, can a wife be traditional hold on, sorry, let me mute you real quick. Can a wife be traditional if she is not a virgin? Do I have to clean and do dishes if other men also had you?
I'm not dealing with this. You got to give me the next question because you know what? No, I'll answer it. I think that if a woman is not a virgin, like to me, in my opinion, I personally feel like you can still have traditional values if you're not a virgin. I mean, like virginity is a religious thing more than anything when it comes to like being celibate until you're married and stuff. So it depends. If you're religious, I mean, if that's a religious practice that you have, you should find someone who's a virgin. I mean, that might be a little harder these days, but at the same time, it's like, I think that if we're going to both agree on having traditional values and you're going to be cooking, I'm going to be cooking and cleaning and doing the dishes and you're going to be working and coming home to do X, Y, and Z, then yes, I think that you don't have to do the dishes if that's the case. But if we're going 50-50 on everything, we're going 50-50 on everything. And if you can't get with the fact that another man had me, then we just shouldn't be in a relationship.
Check the back chat real quick. Damn, my armor. Okay. Let me read this one. Hold on, I got mixed up. My brother Black King, salute my G. He said $5 towards reaching the goal. Appreciate you, as always, good brother. You've been working on getting us there for sure. Big Bad Bull with the $5 says 50-50 head on gets me 50-50 hard. You dig? These just comments here. It's about the 50-50 head one. You want to respond to this? I don't. It's not really. He just talking shit. Caesar's Palace with the $10 says, Azar, if a woman can check out over time, can a man check out when she gets old or fat? Why should a man take us as a wife serious if you would lose respect just because I lost my job or you make more money? It's like two-part kind of.
Sorry, I was on the mute. I think that a man can check out over time, and I always tell everyone, like, if I had a baby, you need to have a little grace with me if I gain some weight or something. But I think that everyone gets old, so I have no idea what you mean by that. If you want to check out when I get old, then you don't want to grow old with me, then I don't know if you should get married. I don't think marriage is for you. But if a woman changes her physical appearance and it's not the same as when you met her, then yeah. I mean, I think that it is fair that we should upkeep how we look. I think that's an important part of a marriage. And I think it's more important for yourself. When you start to be out of shape and you're not feeling yourself, you start to have insecurities. You start to be acting weird in the relationship because you're not happy. So I think it is important to upkeep yourself, you know, when you're in a relationship, especially as a woman, because we feel good and we feel our best when we look our best. Period. I think that that's associated with it. So I do think it's very important to upkeep yourself. And I think that if you lose respect just because I would never lose respect for a man because he lost his job. So in my opinion, if I end up making more money than him, like that to me are things that like can and probably will happen if you plan on being married to someone for a long period of time. So at the same time, like I mentioned before, I don't promote that, and I don't think that that's fair.
Gotcha. HQ with the $2 set. You want to respond to this?
What is that Jess Pearly thing? Is that you? What does that mean?
It's a person that was like kind of saying things that men would say essentially. So they would call this person like a grifter essentially. That's what she's trying to allude to.
Okay.
But I don't hear it. Pearly thing that no.
I don't know. I don't have nothing to say to that.
Aaron with the $5 says, Black women yesterday. Not every woman wants to get married. Not every woman wants kids. Black women when AZAR talk. Sis, you over 40. You want to respond to this?
I mean, what are they trying to say? I'm over 40. I'm not 40. I'm not close to 40, baby. Okay, and I don't look 40. And number two, baby, I choose to not be married and not kids, but trust and believe I'm not single, in case you're wondering. And baby, I can show you my house right now. I have flowers in every corner of this motherfucker. So moving on. I don't have nothing to say to that.
So HQ with the 2000 says, sound just like Love Dorsey. Minus I interviewed Love Dorsey, maybe like, you know Love Dorsey?
Yeah. She's dope. I fuck with her.
Yeah,
I like
her. I interviewed her maybe like 8 months ago.
Yeah, she's dope. I fuck with her. That's what's up.
Indeed. Fatty with the €5 says, for you is different. Didn't you say that if you have to pay bills, you don't want to cook or clean like that?
Yes, I said I will cook or clean, but it would be equal. 50%. I made that very clear.
Well, call HQ with the 2000. She a good woman. She just cuss like a sailor.
And that I do.
Fatty with the €5. So when you want to respond to this?
Yeah, sure. I don't care. Listen, I put everything on the table. The only way they know I was 300 pounds because I told these motherfuckers. So it doesn't matter to me. Yes, when I was 300 pounds, and I wasn't 300 pounds, but I was close to it. You weren't capable of love. No, I had a man the whole time I was 300 pounds, but I wasn't capable of loving myself. So I could not love him in the manner in which he deserved to be loved. Yes, I was insecure. I was in a bad space mentally, and I wasn't attracting the level and quality and caliber of the man that I can attract now. That's honest.
Got Jonathan with the 20 ball says.
Okay, Jonathan with the buff arm and the $20, baby. What's going on? Listen, the good women are single because we're not putting up with the bullshit. We're not settling for less. I'm not single, by the way, but I'm not settling for less, and I'm not putting up with bullshit. So yeah, women are actually taking their time. They're finding genuine people, and they're wanting to find real love and real connection. And that, sometimes that doesn't grow overnight. You know what I mean? And a lot of women are private. So people assume people are single and X, Y, and Z, but you don't know their life.
Word. Okay, call HQ to tell us that she said the N word. Where's the energy?
I am black, so I'm gonna say it. Anyways, moving on.
And then it's just Sun Kiss Shalom.
Hey.
Peace. Okay. Damn, that shit that took about 10 minutes. I know you got a roll. I don't know if you know.
But you have someone else with a question?
Let me check real quick. Let me see. Because I appreciate you. We've been rolling for about an hour and a half.
Listen, you have very good conversation. I love your platform. I think it's dope. And I
Thank you.
Support.
Thank you. No, 100%. That's real. So there's a response to your answer. Fatty with the €5 says, so you had him as a let me mute this real quick.
I see it.
Go ahead.
When I don't have a BBL boo. My booty is real than a motherfucking natural, first of all. So you're assuming and you're not right. So that's making an ass out of you and me. Secondly, no, I didn't have him in a place where I loved him. And when I evolved and grew, I tried to stay with him and make it work, but it didn't work. That's just how life goes. It's reality, baby. So no one was a placeholder. If he could have evolved and grew with me, we would still be together.
Damn.
Word. Perfect. Shit like that.
I like it, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So, Azar, where can they find you? I know, obviously on IG, but we need to know where can we find you? Where you gonna be live at? All that good shit. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna put the Instagram link in the description. I think it's already there, but regardless, I'm gonna put it in the description. Everybody can click on it when they watch the interview so they can see you.
That. Thank you, Hampy Wampy. So listen. You can find me, obviously go to my Instagram because I have a lot of new things coming up and I promote everything on there. I got a show coming up with The Truth Hurts on February 15th in New York. I also have a podcast with Paul Pierce, the NBA player. It's called The Truth After Dark. That's launching, very soon. So you can click all of those links in my bio. So everything that I'm doing will be shared on Instagram. Paul and I will be going to the Super Bowl and probably doing some live stuff there. We just have some really cool stuff coming. I have some stuff coming on my own as well, some interviews and some really dope stuff. So yeah, check me out at AZARfarideh. Thank you guys so much for listening this whole time. And thank you for having me on your platform. I'm super forever grateful for it. I really love the experience. And you have some really amazing questions, actually. Really thought-provoking, really good questions. You're a natural at this. You are I always say when people are doing the things that they're supposed to do, I say that you're operating from your genius. So you're operating from your genius, and I love that. I fuck with that. And again, thank you so much for having me on here.
Thank you, man. It was a blessing, man. Be safe, do the right thing, man. I'm going to lock in with you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much. Peace.
All right, easy. Fantastic.
Brother. Yo, what up, man? What's going on, bro?
It's goody, man. Why you look like you feel vindicated, bro?
Hey, man, everything sounds better with titties, man. Shout out to Shorty, man. People seem to understand it when a vagina and some breasts say the words. It's, you know what I mean? You feel me, man? It's crazy. But yeah, man, it's just, like I said, man, I think eventually the message is gonna get out there. Well, actually, I got up here slow. He dropped the link way before I just got up here. And I'm not staying up here forever. But yeah, man, it's just, hey, man, listen. When I Hamps didn't ask for the kitchen. Oh,
come on, man. But go ahead. What you saying?
Well, no, man. Like I said, it's just, like I said, the message it's a new message, and as I keep try to get people to understand things are not going to change overnight. You're literally changing the whole working at changing the culture of a whole race of people. You know what I mean? That's had a downward spiral for at least the last 2 decades or so, right? Last 2 generations, possibly. So like I said, I think no one likes change initially, but eventually you motherfucking get with the program. You get right or you get left. And like I said, I hope y'all looked up the 2053 permanent underclass that black people are projected to be in. And even though it's black people, it's not gonna be all, it's not gonna be me. So every time I get up here and say the shit I say, my shit's already in order for me to, be not in that number of people that's waiting on government assistance and all this other shit, so on and so forth, right? And I'm setting my kids up the same way. So as much as motherfuckers may hate me or whatever, my shit together. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm good, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Shout out to the Most High. But yeah, man, it was just
all praises.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you usually say that, man. Is there anything that she said that you like, okay, I don't know about that one, or was it all pretty much on par?
Nah, she said it was a couple of things. It was a couple of things. You know me, she's talking about that pussy, and that's my not again, baby. Y'all gotta pick the right, you know what I mean? Hey, baby, you gotta pick the right pussy pleaser, baby. That's what y'all be fucking up at. All right. That's y'all, that's on y'all. If you were one of these women that are in the 70% that have never had an internal orgasm or whatever, and the first time you give a nigga some pussy is he getting a BDR, baby, you need to pick better. All right. Because hey, listen. Motherfucking sex is an art, bro. It's an art. Y'all fuck with niggas that treat that shit like a motherfucking treat that shit like like a race and shit. Like, hey, that nigga treat that shit like I told you, like a golf tournament, nigga. The green jacket, 3 strokes, Tiger Woods, he out of there. And hey, that's your fault.
They said, so somebody said, hold on. Mike Brown said, what's you rate her?
I can't really see her. She like a 5. She mixed. She got the little bit, she fucking from New York, right? It sounds like she's from New York.
She from Cali.
Cali. Oh shit. Well, yeah, she definitely rough. She might be a gang member on the low. So yeah, she a 5 though.
Yeah, see, she was kind of blurry there, but let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, she look. Hey, she with the makeup on. Yeah, she on some 7 type shit. Oh, is this the girl that did the interview with Fresh and Fit in them?
I'm not sure.
Ain't the same lady, is it?
I don't think so.
I think it's another foreign lady. Yeah. Oh shit. Well, Paul Pierce. Oh no. Yeah, bro. Goddamn, that's a Salmon. That's a strong Salmon. That's a strong Salmon,
baby. Hold on. Aaron said, "Hamp, throw brother 3 times that."
Brother.
She got a man, man. She got a man.
Single.
Yeah, she ain't single, man.
Red Pill Ranger tells it, evolved. Is she a Pokemon? That shit's not love. I think she had already left. Dang. I don't know, man. She definitely talked though, She ain't afraid. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man. They said somebody that can be candid and real,
Yeah, she definitely had a couple moments too. She had an interview with like Columbus Short that went viral. She's on a Breakfast Club because of that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just grinding. Look.
Yeah, I'll check her out. Yeah, of course. What you talking about? I got options, baby. I told you I'm diversified. You know what I mean? My pussy portfolio, you know what I'm saying? I got several investments. You feel me?
So no. I mean, so yes. What you?
Yeah. Until hey, I don't know, man. I might be getting out the game this year, man. I don't know, man. Y'all scare me, man. I might have to y'all say you can't be out here having sex with more than one woman at a time, and you out here ruining women.
Nah, I thought that was in your future, man. I know that you went to South America a couple of times. I said, okay, he must be
Oh yeah, Mom, I'm trying to get everything on my bucket list. Now, ladies, if you know anybody, not y'all, of course, but your homegirls that want to help, I need somebody, a female that's at least 6'7" or above. I need a midget. I need a white girl. I need a threesome. What else? What I'm missing? I think that's it.
White girl.
White girl, yeah. Hey man, ain't never dibbled no snow, man. Hey man,
really? Yo, damn, not in the military.
I told you I was married and I turned white girls down, man. White girls was,
Okay. Damn,
white girls be grunting at niggas and shit, bro. I was married though,
You said a 3-something, what, a 6'7"? What?
Yeah, she gotta be 6'7", man. I need to conquer that motherfucking. I need to chop down that tree, bro. You know how rare it is for me to find a woman taller than me.
That man, not that tall. Like what age? Aja Wilson, was she like 6'5"?
She's 6'3".
Oh, word?
They say she. I think they say she's 6'4". She's 6'3".
Oh yeah, she is 6. You're right. I cover her. She is 6'3". She is 6'3". Damn, man.
Oh, and a cute stud. My bad. Yeah. I can't forget that one. A fine ass stud. A fine stud. Hell yeah. Give me a fine stud.
Damn, you said a midget?
Yeah, midget. You a midget, man.
You bugging.
Midget, man. What, man? Midgets need love too.
Yo, you got better things to do, bro.
Well, man, I'm talking like legal midget. So like if she like, well, I think it's what 4'10". If she 4'10", why you bullshitting? I know you be doing the what's name. It was a fine ass girl on fucking the balloon pop. She like 4'11".
Or I didn't see it.
So yeah, the 4'10", to cut it. I don't want the little stubby hands and shit. That's a little weird.
you saying like a little person. Yo, come on,
like
son.
4'10". You different already, type, man. I've been studying.
You was already bugging with the they all got the same face. But
that was the other people. But it's right. That's literally an effect of that disease that got brought up. They got this different.
Yo, I couldn't believe you said. I'm like, why did you say that?
Niggas was trying to call me. I'm like, no, that person disabled.
That shit will never. That will never not be funny.
Nigga, I grew up watching Life Goes On. I can't hit Corky from the back, nigga. Pause.
Yo, I can't do that, my nigga. God damn, man. See, I ain't staying up here, bro.
I can't do it. Bada. I can't do that shit, man.
Stop, yo. Stop. Stop.
Hell, I got to, man, because niggas saying it ain't funny, hell. So now I that's why I've been turning up so much, man. Niggas challenging my shit. I gotta, I'm pressure. I told y'all, man, I'm gonna start doing the open mic nights and shit this year, man.
Yo, you got to, son. You got to. That shit, I'm coming. I'm going for sure. I'm at the first. When you gonna do it? I'm coming no matter what.
It's local. I'll probably go like a couple of times or whatever and see how it go, and then start.
I'm coming to the first one, nigga. Don't try to sneak and go do.
I gotta sneak it, nigga. Stop, bro. I gotta do the first one on the low, man.
And your sisters, they live there, right?
Yeah. My sister.
I'm bringing Big Chug. Which one of them watch him?
Well, shit. What? How's Chug?
2.
Oh, they my baby sister or whatever. My baby sister might be at home or whatever.
Perfect. Yeah, we going for sure. I'm gonna be in the yo. I gotta see this. I gotta be there for this. I don't give a damn what I gotta do. I'm going. Don't try to hide, my nigga.
Nigga, I gotta get I've been putting a little shit down, man.
Think about it, bro. If I'm in the crowd, I'm gonna laugh no matter what.
Hey, we good. They go not even.
Oh man, Mike Brown said you ain't missing nothing in that snow, bro.
Hey man, I gotta find out, baby. Oh, hey, it fucking snowed in Florida, bro.
I know. How much y'all got?
Well, it snowed here in Jacksonville, but it snowed I think 4 or 5 inches over in the Panhandle, like Pensacola and shit. They got real snow over there.
There was one that had 9.
I don't think that was Florida. I think that was Waycross. I think it was Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Southern Georgia, but not. I don't think it was.
Louisiana got 7-8 inches.
Yeah, I remember Sherelle showed that shit. I was like, damn.
But it get warm so fast. That's the key. That it don't. As long as it don't stay cold, is good. But if it's keep freezing and heat, that's the part people be flying.
That's dangerous. Yeah, niggas
don't. But yeah, that shit, we accustomed to that shit for sure. Damn, man. Well, I think that was good. What you got going on tomorrow? You going live?
Oh shit, I'm about to go live right after this shit.
You going live? What you talking about?
Motherfuckers playing with Martin Luther King, putting them on them flyers and shit, and Sexy Red doing goddamn AI photos like they hooking up in the club or some shit.
Word?
Niggas niggering.
Damn, that's crazy. All right, well, we about to slide over to Miss Fantastic shit then. Salute to Azar, salute to Miss Fantastic, salute to everybody who stopped through. It's a good interview for sure. Make sure you watch the playback. Like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends, man. Salute to everybody who came. God willing, I might see y'all tomorrow, but if not, I'll definitely see y'all on Friday. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets to Atlanta. I got a discount code for y'all, but you got to jump in the Discord to get it. Atlanta is going to be amazing, bro. Amazing. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Let me see. And we out.